Okay, we're back, and we've picked up some more resources, lots more actually. Quite a bit of manual mining. So what I'd like to do is, so far we've got, I think, enough frames and tubes. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. Retriever, filter, battery box, frame motor. We need to make a little bit more blue alloy wire. So that is nickelite. I got lots of nickelite. And silver. So we only need like a quarter stack. There we go. That should make a full. I forget how many. It's gonna make a lot. It's gonna make a lot. All right. I need a bit of wool. I've got 18. That should be more than enough. Also, while that's going, I want to go ahead and do some wireless transmitters and receivers. That's gonna. What we're gonna do is affect this timer right here by turning it off when I don't want the machine to run. And I could do that from here. I could just throw up a lever and I can turn off the machine remotely. So we're going to need a wireless redstone receiver and transmitter. For that, we're going to need some redstone. We're going to need some doubly cooked stone. I could just do it over here. Probably that would give me 8 wafers, stone wafers. And I think I only need like maybe 2. Let's see if I have any. Okay, I just got the anodes. Alright, this should be enough. Come on, finish. Okay. So we're going to need some obsidian. Should have a small stack of logs here somewhere. Or not. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of chopping. Let's get my axe out of here. I so need to create a Steve cart setup. I probably shouldn't have done this one. This one's going to be... Oh, that's a normal tree. Okay, so we're going to have to create an ender pearl. We're going to use some glowstone dust, some redstone. We're going to create a special ethereal or pearl or something. And we're going to have to create obsidian sticks. I think we might have enough. Alright, so alright, where are you? There you are. Alright, so we need some obsidian sticks. I think we need 2. Actually, 4. Okay, now we need to create this guy. So we need 2 ender pearls. I think I've got an ender pearl here somewhere. Here we go. Iron, create a second ender pearl. Okay, and then we'll need 4 redstone and 4 glowstone. Okay, and we're going to do 2 of these. Then we got 2 of these. And we want to do a transmitter and a receiver. The only difference is the receiver has this little stone bowl. So we need to make a stone bowl. Just one. We'll put our wireless transceiver on top. Like that. That. And we need these guys. Like that. So we got a wireless receiver. And this should be a transmitter. Okay. That's pretty simple. So that's done. That will allow us to turn off and on our machine remotely. And affect this timer, which will hopefully be the right slap dab middle of the setup. So this is the part where we need some wool. There's my wool. Alright, I think it was something like this. Yep. It's going to be similar to the setup we have already. We didn't use all that many, although we actually hooked up a solar panel over there, so. See how this setup is running. Eggs, yes. So I went ahead and I created some panels and our covers, and I put the covers together to create an anti-triple cover. So that's giving me a really nice seal. I don't have to worry about creepers flying through, sitting and waiting for me to come in. Okay, so I think I actually have an extra. I forgot I already made that already. So I actually have an extra ender chest. No big deal. Alright, so get this out. Where did it go? That's weird. It should have. I thought I pulled it out of this just into my inventory. Okay, there it is. Alright. This looks like it's stuck with some tungsten dust, flint. Okay, you just got flint left to do? Okay. Just turn it off. Alright, so what else do we need? Oh, we got a visitor. Oh, and I crashed? Really? We're back. Not quite sure what that happened, but it happened. So, I need to make some more armor. I'm really thinking about making some of the regular armor. Not regular armor, some of the special armors. Suits, I mean. Armor suits. Some of them are easier than others, and yeah. I don't think I'm going to do the gravity suit. I think that's probably the hardest one. I just don't have a lot of mats. I mean, I have some mats, but I don't think I've got everything I'm going to need in order to do the suits. So I'll look into the suits a bit more. But I want to get this machine up and running. So I've got the timer. I should have enough red alloy. Blue. I'm going to get some jacketed of both. I have a little red some jacket wire, but I want to make sure I've got enough of both, that I don't end up with a problem where I need more. Alright, so we'll do 2. I think that would be 8 maybe? That should be enough. Let's do 12. Rather have too much than not enough. Okay, so do I have any? Cool, got some red alloy ingots. It's going to be basically the same thing. Where are my covers? There. Alright, so now I feel pretty good that I'm going to have what I need for that. Let's actually pull them out of the table. Alright, so wireless timer, we're going to make sure we got red wire jacketed, blue wire jacketed. We've got our retriever and filters. One of these filters I'm going to be using for the bat box. The other one I'm going to use to try and filter out cobblestone and potentially dirt. That way it doesn't overload my sorting system. And then a frame motor and a bunch of block breakers. 2 frame motors. I might also want like maybe a redstone torch or something. That's really minor. I can configure that later. So yeah, I think we're about done. I'll be converting as needed the redstone tubes into frames with redstone inside them. But I know I'm going to need quite a bit, so let me just do some of it now. Alright, okay, because I know I'm going to need like 190 or so. 198. This is 2 full stacks. I can make the rest later. Alright, and get some of this stuff out of my inventory. Alright, so wait, I don't need flint in my inventory. Okay. So I'm just going to pull all this in. I'm going to want some covers and some panels. I'd like them to look different too, so I don't get them confused. So let me get some stone covers. Now on frames, covers and panels work very differently. Covers will prevent things from... Okay, so I think I'll do cobblestone and stone. Nah, I like them to look a little bit more different. Let me do wool. I think that'll work. So, which one will be which? Stone panels. Panels will allow things to stick to it, and covers will prevent things from sticking to it. Let me do... I've got so many options. What screams out as being really slippery? I don't know. One thing I'm going to need is going to need a saw. There's a saw. Ooh, running out of inventory space. Okay. So, yeah, let me just do the wool. I'm not going to even that much wool, I don't think. Okay, so I've got 48 covers. Yeah, let me do just a bit more. Get this up to 64. Just so we can have a nice round stack of it. There we go. So I got a stack of covers and almost a stack of panels. Panels, I'll use way less than covers. Okay. Okay, we are back. And this is the machine assembled. So we saw the basic machine with the block breakers and the frames. And now we have a wireless receiver and a timer. The receiver's transmitter is back at base with a lever, and I'm setting it so that it's always on right now. The lever's on, so it's turning off the timer. The timer's hooked up to a red wire, which is also hooked up to a jacketed wire, which allows me to connect to our redstone tubes, which sends the redstone signal to all the block breakers at once. The output is going to come through this tube right here, and these particular types are going to get just shoveled out. I'd like to probably try and create a pocket of lava and see how well that works. Or, yeah, a pocket of lava would be nice. Everything else will come into our ender chest. And we already know the charging part because I showed you the charging part. And then this is the inch motor part. We've got bluetricity coming from our blue battery. And this guy is receiving bluetricity right now. This guy is not, but he is. He's receiving bluetricity from this motor because motors can send bluetricity between each other without wires or cables. So when he moves forward, he'll also be getting bluetricity off of this guy right here. Both engines are receiving a redstone signal from that timer right there. So this guy's can receive a redstone signal. When he moves forward, he will receive a redstone signal from the same cable. So let me put... Okay. So, go down just a little bit more. As you can see, right now, he's set up to move forward, but he can't do anything when he receives a redstone signal. Matter of fact, he won't receive a redstone signal. But this engine is set up to move this engine forward. So as he moves forward, the next time we get a redstone pulse, then he will move the entire machine forward. And this part of the setup is just to deal with the batteries. The next pulse should pull this battery into the bat box, and the bat box should pull that battery out, or the retriever should pull that battery out. I didn't bother to show every block being placed purely because there was a little bit of trial and error. The way frames work is frames that don't have any covers, stuff will stick to it when the frame moves. If something's in the way or preventing it from moving, then the entire machine stops running. So I basically had a bit of troubleshooting I had to do because things were touching they weren't supposed to be touching. I had to locate those locations. You had to find those locations and then work around it. Then I had some minor issues where the block breakers weren't breaking blocks like they were supposed to. And that was actually a sorting issue. So now I'm really needing to do the base side of this setup. But let me just show you it run through a cycle. Well, maybe 2 cycles. See if I can reach this guy. Let me put something out here so I can reach him. Oops. Okay. Come on, get in there. Holy crap. Really? Oh, God. This is really bad. I really wish I could get hover mode to work on this. Come on! Jeez. Okay, I think it just broke a block. If not, it'll move. Okay, it's moving. Just broke blocks. All the materials are being pushed around. All our miscellaneous stuff is going to get ejected. Everything else, which we want to keep, gets moved. Gets put into the ender chest. As soon as our timer comes back around, the whole machine's going to attempt to move forward. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't move forward. There we go. It's going to break again on the next pulse. The cycles will be much shorter as soon as I get everything set up. I could do probably 6 instead of 16, or maybe even less than that. I just don't want there to be a boatload of server lag or anything like that. So there we go. Then your chest will slowly fill up with materials. A good chunk, probably about 80% or more of your mats are going to be cobblestone and sand and all these other materials that you're not going to want to keep. So if you see there, next cycle all we're going to do is keep. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep that. That's about it for that. No, there's some maybe tin down there, or maybe that's lead. So this move isn't going to be very much. Next one it might even be less. It's probably going to be that stuff there and that stuff there. So even though this machine's pretty big, a lot of it is just going to end up being this stuff. We've moved, what, 3 times? And this is all that we've got that's going to come back into the base. But our cycles are going to be a lot shorter than they are right this second. I think that's tungsten. There's a little bit of redstone, and some of our stuff didn't get broken. Not sure exactly why it didn't get broken. I think it just got broken. Yeah, we just broke it, what was in our way. So that would be a cycle that would just take a bit longer. And then there we go. So anytime a break fails, then you have to wait for the next cycle. There we go. That one was successful. I think that's emerald. Yay, emerald. So we got some emeralds, some redstone, and some aluminum. And this will just go block by block, row by row. The machine could potentially go much faster than it's going right now. There we go. Most of that's just going to get spit out. Just see some redstone. Redstone and emeralds are in here now. And aluminum. So I'll go ahead and flip this back over. Whoa. Okay. So now it's receiving the redstone signal from the lever that's at my base. And the machine is turned off. Timer's turned off, the whole machine's turned off. The whole machine runs off with a single timer. So I'll try and find a way of voiding the materials that are in our filter. But for now, I need to set up the other end of the other end of this is going to be the chests. They're going to be set up to sort and everything. So I'm going to have to create a whole section of my base for sorting. And what I might do is just create a basement. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'll probably do this next episode. I'll run a pipe over, put in a valve, create the combustion engines, and then create the industrial smelter and all that next episode. This episode, though, we did get the machine running. It is functioning the way we expect it to. Pretty massive. I'm curious to see what the output's going to end up being like after we have the thing. We have what we need in order to process its output. The output's going to be pretty decent for what it is. I mean, there's the cost of the frames, but just about every frame-based machine has that cost that's involved with it. The cost of building out your frames and tubes and stuff. But I think that's 196 blocks, and if I can get it to move every 3 seconds, maybe, then that's going to be a pretty serious amount of materials coming through. Definitely better than a quarry, even probably at 100 MJ. So yeah, we built the machine and we got all set up, showed you how it worked. If you guys want a little bit more detail on the machine, how it runs, then go ahead and send me some feedback and I'll go ahead and make another video purely about the machine. You saw me build most of the materials for it. The block breakers were really annoying, but it could potentially be done a lot easier and quicker with like 2 fabricators maybe. One to create the different steps. You could have one create the shovel, the pickaxes, the other one create the pistons, and as soon as you're done creating the pistons, you could switch it to creating block breakers, and then have the other one just continue creating the pistons until you've got your block breakers made. It would have taken maybe 3 minutes, but of course you have to build the fabs and fabricators and all that. So yeah, go ahead and end the episode here. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching an episode of my Feed the Beast Ultimate video series. If you had any questions, comments, or ideas about what went on in the video, then please leave me some feedback in the comment section below. Also, if the video was helpful, useful, or entertaining to you, then please like the video. If you did find this episode entertaining, then feel free to visit my YouTube channel and find the Feed the Beast Ultimate playlist to watch other videos. And subscribe while you're there so you know when the next video is available. See you next time.